everyone, welcome back to Danielle's Desk. Today we are back in my B6 planner by Tanya Plans. So I promised you that we would get back into doing some work here in the planner, and so we're going to do a little bit at a time. So every time that I set up my week, we will do some stuff towards the beginning of the planner. So how about that? If I did everything at one time, we would be here forever. I'm going to be honest with you. I did add some B6 monthly stickers, which I think are so pretty. I want to show you. I did a reel on Instagram. But these are from a Glittery Life Plans. I have her listed below in my favorites along with a code. Y'all, it just came out so pretty. I've kind of been hoarding them because I haven't owned a B6 planner. So when I got Tanya Plans, I immediately thought about my B6 that I've just kind of been hoarding and was like, you know what, maybe I'll get a B6, maybe I won't. And I'm so thankful that I get to use them. They're just so amazing. She does such a wonderful job. She came out with some new ones for PBC that just happened not too long ago. And she did monthly stickers all the way up to October. So we'll have November and December, which I'm quite sure will be sometime during Black Friday. So if you missed my last video with me kind of introducing this planner, we're testing this out for 2026 to see if this is a contender. So I will have the video linked below with me kind of introducing this planner and whatnot. Monthly page for July, we started this date here. So I did my first week was the end of July. So we kind of set that up, and we're going to do, excuse me, I have the hiccups or something. Much of the same here. I had my to-do list. I had some PBC sale stuff on this side, but I covered that up because I don't need it. This is where I put my monthly stuff. And so we have August. So we're going to go through and write some important things down for August. August is, I think, another busy month for me. I think I have my purse planner here. I also have a video with this new cover as well. So I'm going to pop this one out, my planner, and so we can use this as a guide. This is my Papertess. We're also testing that out as well for 2026. So I'm going to go to August monthly. And I know that I am missing a lot of things on here. The pen that I'm going to be using, I'm going to use the Uniball 207 Plus. So I have cheer here. Do I get paid? When's the first? The first passed. Yes, I got paid. So I'm going to put payday first here. So we'll put payday, payday, and payday. Okay. And then my daughter has cheer. Cheer has reared his ugly head. I'm not a cheer mom by any means. The 7th we have, I'm going to zoom you in just a tad. The 7th we have Ready to Fly, and that is like where they pick up their IDs, their schedule, all of that. Ready to Fly. I had Nadia, but she's actually going to go on her own. I have a urology appointment here. And that's at 8:30 a.m. So I want to put that there. And that's all I have marked. And this is not accurate and correct. So I really do need to update it in my purse planner. But I do know that I have my notary fees that are due this month. I am a notary for the hospital. And then I have my Jeep tags that need to be renewed. I do know that both of those things I'm just going to move to my dailies kinda or my weeklies and I just know that I'm missing stuff. I just know I just don't know what I'm missing. I have no idea. So I haven't written anything down. I do know that like here she has theater and cheer. So I'm going to write cheer here. So she has cheer here, here, and here. And then she has theater. There is a play that's happening in the fall. And I helped her with like her audition tape, and she got a part. One of the parts that she auditioned for 2, and one of them she got. She's pretty excited about it. So I'm gonna put she has theater here, not cheer, but theater. And then she has nothing on Friday. So I do know that the first day of school, is it on a Monday? I have no idea. I'm going to have to write when the first day of school is. I want to say it's this week right here. But I don't know if they go back on a Monday. Sometimes they go back on odd days. It's really, really weird. But that's what I have so far. I'm missing some stuff, but we're going to go with that. Okay. So here is I'm testing out the hourly page, and for this week, I have several things that have just kind of carried over from the prior week. So I'm going to need to call bank, and I need to set up my new bank card. I don't know why I'm procrastinating, because I have to update so much. I need to pay my mama's bill, notary fee. This is just going to keep carrying over until, I'm probably not going to do it till next week, but I need to follow up on a AARP statement that came in for my mom, tags for the Jeep. And I need to figure out my nail appointment for this week. I got a pedi last week. I need to do a nail. I don't know why I didn't just go ahead and do them all. I need to check my mom's account. Check mom's account. I possibly need to move the time of the eye appointments. Me and my daughter have eye appointments on Saturday, but I think she's going to have to work, so. And I also need to call my mom's PCP. Okay. So I think those are everything that are on my to-do as far as I'm aware. I do know that I have a Bath and Body order that I need to do also, or that I need to pick up. So we are going to, I'm just referencing last week. So I normally lift way earlier than this, but we're going to put lift. We rest on Wednesday, or active recovery, lift, and lift. So that's what's happening. And then we have work. So I'm going to get into work earlier on the second part of the week. I have a new doctor starting, but he's actually going to be training in Dallas. So I'm going to get to work at my regular time, which is 8 o'clock, between 7:30 and 8 o'clock, but typically 8 o'clock. So here I need to meet him at 7:30. So I'm actually going to get to work at 7. And then here I'm probably going to get to work at 7:30 and then 7:30. So that's kind of how my week is going to go with him starting. I'm going to zoom you out just a little bit. And then what else do we have? So I have work. I need to pick up my Bath and Body order, so I'm going to put that here. So B&B pickup. And I also need to place a Target order, so there's possibly going to be a Target pickup. My daughter needs she needs some organizational things. And so I kind of was texting her and like, hey, will this work? I don't know. She's a very small closet space, so I'm trying to be creative. So I found some things. Target has some, I think it's 20% off some organizational things. So there probably will be a Target order. On Thursday, we have the Ready to Fly, and she's going to, I'm not going to mark it because she's going to do it on her own, but I need to send her cash. So I'm going to put HJ registration cash, and that will let me know that I need to, and I'm also going to need to try to figure out how much cash I'm sending her. I don't think I have anything. So Saturday, I'm going to be Friday evening and Saturday. Y'all, I am on the wrong. Oh my goodness. I'm on the wrong week. I just looked at this and I'm on the wrong week. This was actually last week. Oh my goodness. That's okay. We're going to transfer it over. It's not a big deal. So we'll just transfer everything over. Y'all are probably looking at me like, Danielle, you're on the wrong day. I didn't realize that, because I didn't fill this out last week. So that's right. Okay, so lift, and lift. And then we are going, what did I say? Work. Right, we're gonna do work at 8. We're gonna do work at 7. I'm glad I looked at that. And we're going to do work at 7:30 and work at 7:30. Okay, I'm so glad I looked at that. What else did I put? Bath and Body here at the bottom. So B pick up, and then a Target pickup. And the only thing I'll need to do is to rewrite all of these. So I'm going to quickly do them off camera and I'll be right back. Okay. So we got everything moved to the right week. I know that she goes to work. So I'm probably going to move our eye appointment to Friday evening to get that off Saturday, because I'm quite sure she has to work Saturday, but I'm going to ask her. If not, then we'll keep the appointments on Saturday, which is before noon. So I'm going to hold off on writing that, but what I was going to say before I realized that I was on the wrong week is that I'm going to be decorating for Halloween this coming weekend. I was talking about it on Instagram, and I was just saying, like, what do y'all feel like? I normally do it in September, and, you know, like, some people said, you know, I wait. Some people said, you know, you do whatever makes you happy, and that makes me happy to go ahead and decorate. So anyway, so we are going to leave it at that. And then I also need to figure out my nail, like when I want to do my nails. I probably want to do my nails on Tuesday. Because like I said, I don't know what type of week I'm going to have with the doctor and everything. I'm just using these cute little stickers. My friend Alicia just gifted me some just a whole like little Happy Mail thing with just some little stickers of some of the things that I really like, you know, like online shopping, tacos. It was just the sweetest thing ever. So I wanted to use these. Anyway, so it's blank. It's pretty blank for right now, but it's too early for me to fill anything in. So that's going to be the week. And then I said that we would go and kind of do some stuff at the front. So a little bit at a time, we will start filling things in. So I was going to use this portion. So I'm going to use this portion as tracking my weight. I don't weigh every day. I haven't even weighed the first 3 days of this month, but I want to use this for weight. And then this, I just want to use as goals, as we talked about in the last video. So, and every month is different. I'm trying to see which pen do I want to write with. Do I want to write with regular pen, or do I just write with a regular pen? Let me get something hard to kind of put this on a little bit. Are you still in frame? Somewhat. Okay. So for August, I'm still on my menopause, cortisol, wellness, educational journey, whatever you want to call it. So I have been doing a lot of reading, a whole lot of reading, y'all. So much reading, and to educate myself and just making changes. And that video update is going to be coming very soon, probably in the next week. I am also starting back precept study. I used to do precept study for years, and the Lord has just kind of led me to connect with that group again. So that's going to start at the end of August, I think she said. And then I call it marriage fun. And so me and my husband have been on this journey for a while, where we're just doing different things and things out of our comfort zone. So, you know, just to keep things like alive in the marriage and things like that. So I always put marriage fun because that's something that me and him, and it's not necessarily something, a lot of times it's not even planned. It's just kind of, we just do things like on the spur of the moment. So anyway, so we can take this sticky note off. We've kind of did those goals. I can go ahead and write my categories down here. Do I have a brush pen in here? Yes, I do. This is my favorite Fudenosuke brush pen. We're going to go ahead and write down my goals categories. We can come back and just put like descriptions and, you know, more information, but, this is not in any particular order. So I'm just writing, so marriage, family, faith, wellness, and finance. And then we can come back and kind of write everything else down here. And then for my bucket list, I have a few things. I have a lot I just couldn't think, you know, like I was just kind of like writing stuff and I was like, I don't know, I can't think right now. But everyone knows that I want to be a doctor, a doctor of education. So let me, not of medicine. So I will have that completed by 45. I'll have it done by 50. I've never traveled out of the country besides Mexico. I don't have anywhere in particular I really want to go, but I would like to. I want to learn salsa dancing. I want to be able to speak Spanish. And we'll add to this, like when we, you know, like I said, we're going to be doing a little bit at a time. And I sew, but I would love to learn how to crochet. All right, those are just a few things on my bucket list. So we will take that out. I guess I can go ahead and take these out too, since we've kind of already did that. Scriptures, my scripture book is not in there, so in here, so we're gonna save that. Most anticipated, oh my goodness, the list is so long. I have my book planner here. I've been working on this one. Also, a video is coming of this as well, just FYI. So these are my most anticipated right here. And so the list is longer, I think, than, let's see how many we have here. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. So we have 32. I don't know how many I have on this list. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23. I think we have enough. So I'm going to go ahead and write this off camera since it's going to take me a little bit, and I'll be back. Okay, so we wrote everything in. It's not the fanciest, not the best looking, but these are all my books, and I wanted to highlight the ones that I have already read. I'm going to go in with this Pilot Friction. I think I got this in a box. I don't know who though. You know, like what box. But oh well, that one's like it's out of ink. So let's choose another one. I didn't bring my planner bag in here. Oh, my leg has gone to sleep. I have not brought my planner bag in here because I was planning at my desk. So we're just going to go in with a Tombow 723. And we're just going to highlight in pink. Why not? So I've read My Friends. I've read The Man Made of Smoke. I've read Great Big Beautiful Life. I'm so behind on this. We'll do, if you're interested in book related stuff, make sure that you're subscribed, because I am going to be talking all things books coming up this week. That video will be up this week. The Bones Beneath My Skin. I have read that. Did I do The Sea? Oh, The Sea of Unspoken. Read that one by Adrienne Young. And Onyx Storm. Read that one. Read With a Vengeance by Riley Sagar. Read Bury Our Bones. In the Midnight Soil by V.E. Schwab. Read that. And read Atmosphere. I loved Atmosphere. That was a pretty good one. So we are so behind, folks. This is the most behind that I've ever been. Anyway, that's for another video. I just wanted to get it all written down here. So we'll do scriptures on the other books read. Still need some advice, because y'all know that I read so many books. Like this would only fill up maybe 2 months. So I need some advice. And then here, all my Jeep stuff is in my Jeep, so I need to put that. Dinner ideas, that's still on my phone. So what we'll do next time, we'll do cleaning. So next week when I do a video, we'll do the cleaning, because I have already made out my daily, weekly, monthly, and annual. Also, I've already done like my routines. This is primarily a Monday through Friday routine, not a weekly routine. And I haven't written out like my ideal week. I do want to do habit tracker, because I want to go ahead and start tracking some things. So we'll go ahead and do this one. Let me get my book planner out the way. So again, I'm going to go in with the Uniball, and I want to track scripture reading. So scripture reading, which I do every day. I don't even know why I'm wanting to track that. It doesn't even make sense. Exercise. And I started the I bought a vibration plate, and we will talk about that on my wellness video and my thoughts around the vibration plate. And then stress, because I'm really wanting to track that. That's a part of the wellness. We'll talk about that as well. Anxiety, and then hormone imbalance, and we'll talk more about what I mean with that. Okay, so that's what we're tracking so far. I'm just gonna put like some little dots right here, and there's room for a lot more like in between there. But as far as scripture reading, I have done that. every day. I exercised on Friday and Saturday. I take Sundays off. I've done the vibration plate. Oh, I do it every single day. Stress, I definitely had stress on Friday. Every Saturday, Sunday, no. I had some anxiety on Friday. And then I'm having some anxiety today, so I'm going to go ahead and mark that. And then hormone imbalance, I'm actually going to put for Saturday and Sunday. So, and we'll get into more of that, but I want to use that as a tracker, and I'm going to keep the little thing here. Yeah, I'm going to keep that there because I want to be able to go to it. And I think that that's it for now, folks. So we still have some work that we need to do, and we're going to do a little bit of the time at a time. I hope that you're enjoying it so far. But yeah, I am loving it so far. I really am. And we're going to continue with the hourly. Again, I need some recommendations for the books read if you want to leave that down below. I'm also going to leave the link in case you want to get this planner. And some other things that Tanya has in her shop. The good news is that I have a code to her shop, and I will have all that information linked below for you. If you have any questions about Tanya plans, or have any questions in general, or just maybe want to leave a comment, please do so down below. Thank you so much for joining me here at Danielle's Desk. If you enjoy doing a plan with me and a B6 planner update with me, please give the video a thumbs up. If you would like to see more content from me, so consider subscribing, and I hope that you have a wonderful day. Bye.